friends! Welcome back to Brightpaw. We're doing Act 4. See how long this takes us this time. What's Theo gonna find? Let's see.
Theo eyed his new surroundings curiously, noting the piles of unused tiles and pipes. Across what little floor existed, there was a sharp drop from which a blinding light and tremendous heat emanated. Besides this abyss sat... that bloody robot.
Building materials, eh? Also, can we just absolute lava?
Theo firmly averted his eyes from the robot and simply pretended that it did not exist. Theo focused on the path ahead, choosing to politely ignore the annoyance in the room. A shifting wall of energy was barring his progress. Perhaps turning off that strange machine would help. With the barrier successfully disabled, Theo was happy to move on and leave that robotic liability behind. Surely the killer couldn't be too far now.
I agree, Theo. Absolutely, get rid of that robot.
Entering another area with limited flooring, Theo wondered why all of these rooms seemed so unfinished. Maybe the... It was starting to look like Theo might have a tail. No pun intended.
I mean, I think pun intended, but yeah. It looks like he's gonna be a helpful
apparently
guy.
Theo's new friend had some value after all.
He's gonna be a helpful guy. I see.
Theo regarded the newly risen barrier and wondered
Wondered how he was gonna get
as
past
the
it.
oblivious robot scampered over an obvious switch. Theo braced for the consequences. When none presented themselves, he decided to stay on alert. There was no way he was safe while that machine was bumping into things.
I mean, he seems to be helpful, so why not? Why not take advantage of the...
Contemplating the
obvious
state of the
help?
room ahead, Theo reluctantly accepted that perhaps the robot's help might be necessary.
He's so sweet. He just wants to help. Poor little guy. He doesn't really have a job anymore. Lava pipe. Those are two words I'm very terrified to hear. Like, that just seems...
As he threw a disparaging glance at the machine, Theo noticed some worn writing on his chassis. D4Z.
Okay.
D4Z. D4. Daz. Dazi? Daz. Ooh, Daz. Daz isn't bad.
Okay, so I fucked up somewhere. But that's the only thing I can do. Let him go. These make no sense. switch, and then just go forward. Nice.
As a loud noise reverberated behind Theo, he wondered just what he had done to be cursed with a trundling mishap. Though his companion seemed to be some kind of cosmic setback magnet,
I'm fine with it.
Theo had to admit, Daz was endearing, aggravatingly so.
He's cute. It's a little robot buddy. It's fine. It's just trying to help. It's just trying to help.
Overwhelmed by the heat pouring from the broken machine, Theo mourned the obvious failings of engineering safety standards. How on earth was he going to reach the elevators beyond this mess?
There he is. Hi, buddy. Let's go as far as possible.
Theo flinched when he heard the now familiar sound of Daz activating another switch. He cautiously opened his eyes and was pleasantly surprised to see something positive had finally come from this robot's help.
Switch. And there we go.
As Daz hurried into the elevator, Theo found himself growing slightly less aggrieved. Perhaps having the little fellow around might even be useful.
Yeah, you think? I mean, I kind of just wanted him around anyways, because he's precious. He's got a little robot face on him. What could go wrong?
As the elevator rattled to a screeching halt, Theo found himself suspended on what could kindly be referred to as a rough and ready bridge. Or not so kindly as an invitation to a long plummet to certain death. Theo watched as Daz leapt gracefully down onto the scaffold to aid in his journey across.
He's so sweet. Such a sweet little robot friend. This is why I want a little robot. I want a little robot so bad. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at his happy face.
Theo stared at him, shaming Daz with his steely gaze. Considering the barrier ahead of him, Theo wondered if Daz could assist him once more, with the right guidance, of course.
Yes. Let's go, buddy. Turn around. There you go. That's a good boy. Good robot. Oh. There's the switch. I was like, where's the switch in the first place?
Theo found he quite enjoyed the company of the small robot. When he wasn't actively annoying him,
Hey.
the unlikely companion set off into the cave, ignoring the tribal warnings decorating the entrance. They were
Oh, there it is. Tribal warning? It's a fucking robot.
probably just for show anyway.
Okay.
The large chamber was filled with the clanks and groans of tortured metal, punctuated by the steady drip of stagnant oil.
Laser bot.
Faced with a seemingly impassable split in the floor, Theo stopped to think of a way around. Wait, did he just...
No.
Disregarding the danger, Daz bravely leapt into the chasm to aid his feline companion. Surely he'd be fine.
Okay, buddy. actually kind of crazy. Can you get out of there now?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Well, that's it. Okay, level 5 next.